The wedding season in India has officially begun. Over the next 6 weeks, more than 4 million couples are expected to tie the knot, pumping more than $100 billion into the economy. Weddings here are multi-day cultural events, rich in pomp and ceremony, where class and status drive spending and aspiration breeds extravagance. From the orchestrated pre-wedding shoots in front of India's most iconic landmarks to the well-rehearsed Bollywood-scale dance routines, marriage has become big business in India. The events welcome hundreds of guests, employ millions of workers and power entire industries.
In India, this is the single biggest expense.
Among the ultra-rich, a single wedding can rival the GDP of a small country, like Asia's richest man, who spent hundreds of millions at his son's wedding. But at the other end of the scale, it's less a dream than a financial burden, and the pressure to spend is pushing families into debt. In India, what you see at the ceremony is only part of the story.
Here, the wedding industry is a spectacle like no other, and it's only getting bigger. We're travelling across the country to peel back the layers of this multi-billion-dollar juggernaut and ask what's the true price of love in India.
Our journey begins in Mumbai, at the historic Taj Mahal Palace Hotel. In room 214, a pop-up studio has been put up for a pre-wedding shoot, now a non-negotiable in the modern Indian wedding checklist. The bride is Khushi Parmar. She's a Bollywood choreographer.
I'm just excited for the full look, like I want to see like what I have envisioned.
And her husband-to-be is Shikhar Mehta, a professional cricketer previously contracted to the world's most lucrative cricket league, the IPL.
We'll have a lot of crazy shots.
Everything's on point. Totally worth it.
Make a light properly. ऊपर से let कर. Lovely.
Everywhere you look, there's lights, there's camera, there's glamour, there's romance. These aren't just love stories, they're full-on productions.
Theirs is a love marriage, still not the norm in India, where most marriages are arranged. They met by chance in their teens, in their apartment block.
We've both been waiting for this moment for a very long time. We dated for 6 long years, and so I'm very excited, little bit nervous, but yeah, at the same time, just want to get married to her as quick as I can.
This shoot is a chance for them to share their stories with their families, friends and followers, and a way to build hype on the socials.
It's stunning.
Crazy shot.
This pre-shoot and the wedding day photos and video will cost around $14,000. This dress, plus the 3 other outfits Khushi has planned, comes to more than $12,000.
I'm really, really excited. I just can't describe in words. I cried yesterday. Like I was like, oh my God, I'm going to marry him. I was that little girl. Oh my God, I'm marrying him. I'm marrying him.
But in India, marriage is not just between 2 people. It's between 2 families. Zaveri Bazaar sits in the heart of South Mumbai. It's the largest gold market in Asia, where India's wedding jewellery economy comes to life. This afternoon, Khushi's finalising her pieces for the big day. Her family's been in the jewellery business for 3 generations. This is her sister's store.
So when is my jewelry?
For many families, wedding planning begins long before the ceremony itself. And for Khushi and Shikhar's mothers, this is a special moment.
ऐसे बचपन से जैसे पता होता है तो हम लोग थोड़ा सेविंग करते ही हैं कि भाई हमारे में कैसे होता है कि ज्वेलरी तो मस्ट है।
ठीक लग रहा है।
Khushi and Shikhar's families trace their roots to Rajasthan in northern India, once home to powerful kingdoms. So naturally, they both dream of a wedding fit for a royal.
Wow, this Cinderella लग रहा है।
For them, jewellery is a social currency, signalling heritage, prosperity and status.
So मैं चाहती हूँ मेरी बहू बोर पहने, गले में जैसे हमारे में होता है, पूरा भरा हुआ पहने हुए, बहुत सारी चूड़ियाँ पहने, लाल चूड़ा पहने, एकदम अच्छी सी सजी धजी, मेहंदी लगी हुई, प्यारी सी मेरी बहू मेरे।
Downstairs, other families are choosing their wedding jewellery. Gold is the single biggest expense in Indian weddings. And even though the price has hit record highs, customers are still buying.
So see, this is a two-tone chain. Rose gold or white gold का दोनों को polish है. This you can go for. Something new in the market.
There's more gold kept in households here than anywhere else in the world.
Personally, I'm very excited for this season. Practically because this is the time where people, buy their savings worth of jewelry for their daughters, their grandchilds.
Meet Vohra is a member of the family and runs the business with Khushi's sister.
In India specifically, there's no such thing as budget. It's always defined as how much fathers love their daughters.
Gold here is seen as security. Traditionally, property is inherited by the sons, and the daughters inherit the gold.
No one knows what the future holds. So a dad wants to make that promise to his daughter, okay, go have a life full ahead, live a good life, there won't be anything that I won't support you. Even though I'm letting you go to another house, but I'm not leaving you.
Upstairs, the selections are complete. The jewellery, worth at least $170,000, is packed away. The next time Khushi will wear it will be on her wedding day. On the other side of the country, we're in eastern Uttar Pradesh, home to some of India's poorest communities. Most families here depend on agriculture and manual labour jobs just to get by. But wedding season is in full swing here too.
नमस्ते वैशाली कैसे हैं?
Vaishali Prajapati is 24 years old. Even on the eve of her wedding, she can't get away from the housework.
से लोग जैसे जिसके पास बजट के हिसाब से बहुत बड़े से करता है तो मेरा ज़्यादा बजट है नहीं तो जितना हम लोग को हो सकता है अपना इसी तरह अपने कम बेसी में जैसे कर ले रहे हैं.
She's worried about how she'll pull it all off.
ये होता है ना पैसे नहीं है क्या करें तो जैसे होता है कि जो हम लोग का काम है वो सब हम लोग सोचते थे कैसे होगा मेहनत करेंगे काम करेंगे तो होगा.
Vaishali had a tough childhood. Her parents died when she was young, and she worked as domestic help to make ends meet.
मिर्चा लगे तो ज़्यादा होगा नानी ना.
Still, she completed an arts degree. 4 years ago, she met her fiancé Sunny at work, and they fell in love.
ये भेजे थे कौन अच्छा लग रहा है. वो बोले कि ऐसा करते दादी दी से पूछ लो तो हम लोग का मन था घर के बड़ बोलेंगे तभी शादी होगा नहीं.
Both families agreed to the match, but it put Vaishali under pressure.
आजकल जैसे कि एक जैसे कम फैमिली के लिए जैसे कि जिसके पास ज़्यादा मनी नहीं है फिर भी जैसे सिकड़ी अंगूठी गाड़ी भले चलाने ना आए लेकिन चाहिए ये सब सारा चीज़.
पैसा रहा तो तने जी तो हम ताश ब्याह करी तने
Vaishali's grandmother is 80 years old and still working. She earns about $1 a day making these clay piggy banks. She's already borrowed more than $8,000 for the weddings of her 2 granddaughters. Now she's borrowed around $6,000 for Vaishali.
जो खर्चा है जो आपने 1 लाख लिया है उसको आप क्या करेंगी?
दामाद जी को सिकड़ी बनवाए हैं, दामाद जी को अंगूठी बनवाए हैं, हंडा परात लोटा गगरा दुनिया का जो रीत बाऊ ले आए हैं।
उन्होंने मांगा है कि आप दे रहे हैं?
दे रहे हैं।
उन्होंने मांगा नहीं है। तो जब आपके पास इतना नहीं है तो आप उधार लेके क्यों उनको दे रहे हैं?
तो इज्जत के लिए अपने की इज्जत बनी रहे।
अगर आप नहीं देंगे तो इज्जत नहीं रहती।
कैसे इज्जत रही? दुनिया का कही अरे 2 जने के देले हमके ना मिलल वैशाली कहिए कि सबके देली माई हमके ना देली।
Despite the financial pressure, Vaishali's excited. I join her family at a pre-wedding ritual called the Haldi for prosperity and protection from evil. She's not draped in gold, but marigolds. Across town, another bride-to-be is preparing. Neha Jaswal is 19 years old. She's also tying the knot tomorrow. But unlike Vaishali, her marriage has been arranged. Today, her family is hosting a mehendi. Henna is applied to her hands and feet, and it's said the darker the stain, the more cherished she'll be in her new home. This is only the second time Neha's met her fiancé Ranjit.
उस दिन मैं कॉलेज गई थी और घर पे रिश्ता आया था। मम्मी थी, पापा थे, सब कोई थे। तो आए थे हमको देखने, देखे पसंद किए उन लोग। हाँ, लड़के हम लोग को भी पसंद थे, मम्मी पापा को भी पसंद थे, तो वो शादी थी।
Her only worry? That she wouldn't be allowed to continue studying.
तो आपके बड़े सपने हैं?
हाँ, टीचर बनूँ।
Neha is in her first year of university and she's got exams coming up. But her family says waiting wasn't an option.
19 साल तो बहुत छोटी उम्र होती है शादी कराने के लिए।
अब मजबूरी रहती है कि हम लोग बड़ा नहीं कर पाते हैं कि इतना उम्र का करेंगे तो और ज़्यादा दहेज देना होगा, जल्दी शादी नहीं होगा, इसलिए हम लोग के पास नहीं औकात रहता तो जल्दी से कर देते।
In India, younger brides are often seen as more desirable, more likely to have children, and less likely to make trouble in their husbands' homes. As women get older, proposals can slow and social stigma can grow. That can shift bargaining power toward the groom's family, and in some regions lead to higher dowry demands, even though the practice has been illegal for more than 60 years.
तो इसलिए अगर हम लोग गरीब हैं तो रिश्ता लगता है तो हम सोचते हैं कि जल्दी से जल्दी कर दें। अगर मिला ऐसा तो कर देने तो हम लोग लड़की बड़ी ज़्यादा हो जाएगी तो लोग ज़्यादा धन मांगेंगे, दौलत तो कहाँ से दे पाएंगे।
Ranjit's family didn't demand a dowry. Instead, he assured Neha that she'd be able to continue studying.
जब हम उनसे बात करते थे तो वो पहले तो रिस्पेक्ट दिए मुझे और मुझसे प्रॉमिस किए कि आपकी जो भी ड्रीम है मैं उसको पूरा करवाऊंगा।
As morning breaks, Neha and Vaishali's wedding day is upon us. In the centre of Junaid, a short walk from the holy Ganga River, thousands of locals are gathering in the town's main park for a unique event, a mass wedding.
This is what it looks like when 200 couples get married at the same time. And a lot of the brides and grooms who've come today have only met a handful of times. It's really nice to see thousands of their community and family come together and celebrate their big day.
In Uttar Pradesh, the government runs mass marriage schemes for families who can't afford a traditional wedding.
आ गए हैं, आपको विलंब नहीं करना है, आप तत्काल आकर यहाँ पर बैठिए। जैसा कि जिला स्तरीय अधिकारी महोदय लोग से निर्देश प्राप्त हो रहा है कि जल्द से जल्द 5 मिनट के अंदर शादी का कार्यक्रम हम लोग शुरू कराने वाले हैं।
Couples have been verified that they are eligible for this very marriage ceremony.
The state pays for the rituals, the food and the clothes and gives each bride household goods like a mattress, dinner set and pressure cooker along with a one-off cash payment. All up, it's just over $1,700. These are items that would traditionally form part of a dowry. But here, the government steps in, easing the financial burden on brides' families.
क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ एक दहेज प्रथा थी, इन चीज़ों की दहेज प्रथा हमारे यहाँ कुप्रथा मानी जाती है, जिसको हटाने के लिए सरकारों ने बहुत से नियम बनाए, कानून बनाए, लेकिन धीरे धीरे वो समाज से ख़त्म भी हो रहा है। लेकिन फिर भी एक दंपत्ति को जीवन शुरू करने के लिए कुछ आवश्यकताएं होती थी, जो कि लड़की के पक्ष से ही वर पक्ष अपेक्षा करता था, और न पूरा होने के कारण से कहीं न कहीं उनके मैरिज लाइफ में कुछ विसंगतियां भी उत्पन्न होती थी।
Inside, the concurrent ceremonies kick off. Couples take 7 rotations around dozens of sacred fires. It's a bittersweet moment for Vaishali.
बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है, बस ये हो रहा है कि जैसे दादी को मतलब जैसे दिक्कत है जो घर में वो ख़त्म हो जाएगा, आधा तो कम हो जाएगा। मतलब कि हम चले जाएंगे, दादी दी को मेरे दिक्कत हो जाएगा, दीदी को दिक्कत हो जाएगा, सब लोग बोलेगा कि काम वगैरह को लेके अभी भाई का शादी भी नहीं हुआ है, दीदी जैसे दादी है खाना कैसे बनाएंगे, तो ये कि छोटी वाली सिस्टर हैं।
For Neha, marriage is still an idea shaped by hope.
मेरे लिए शादी का मतलब है कि मतलब अपने जीवन के लिए एक जीवन साथी चुना और लाइफ में उसके साथ मतलब हैप्पी रहना और फुल लाइफ टाइम रिस्पेक्ट देना पार्टनर से।
It's a Sunday afternoon in New Delhi. Couples find pockets of privacy in the city's parks. Choosing a partner is one of life's most significant decisions. And while most Indian marriages are still arranged, the search now goes far beyond family networks. Dating apps and matchmaking sites now offer a global pool of possibilities. But with more choice comes more uncertainty and a much greater risk that you may not know who you're really marrying. That fear has given rise to a whole other industry, where would-be brides and grooms are scrutinised through premarital investigations. In a secret location somewhere in Delhi, Dr Khatri directs one of India's leading private investigation networks.
दूर से देखता रहे।
सुमित आउट किए बिना दूर से देखता रहे, उठ जा जोगा देखेंगे।
हाँ। वीडियो नहीं बनाना।
वीडियो फोटो कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए।
They offer standard packages that range between $350 to $1,500. But Dr Khatri claims one wealthy client has spent up to $1,400.
We'll follow her, we'll see where she's going, to whom she's meeting and what she's doing. If she enters any hotel or anything with someone, we'll be capturing that as well and we'll call you on the spot. If you want to catch the subject red-handed, you can do the same as well.
And there's no shortage of demand. Dr Khatri has teams in most major cities of India working around the clock. So this is from last night?
We were following the subject and to see the lifestyle of the subject, where he go, whom he meet, and he went to this club, bar, discotheque or something. Top 3 things people lie about is, first is financial, about their earnings and debts. Second is about their present ongoing love affair. And the third thing is criminal background.
So he's not supposed to be with this woman?
Yes.
Okay.
And this body language clearly says something. Let's go.
Let's go.
Dr Khatri is bringing me along on an active investigation. She's been hired by the sister of a groom to find out if the bride is having an affair. And time is of the essence.
Marriage is in next 2 weeks.
So it's a pretty critical time?
Yes, pretty critical time. That is why the groom sister is like, she's not showing interest. She's not happy and enthusiastic about marriage shopping, for clothes, jewelry, everything. She's not showing, giving her opinion, like, which is expected and common.
Dr Khatri's team is deployed outside the target's residence and her office to track her movements. If they catch her in a lie, they'll report it to their client. Her team often goes to extreme lengths to get the job done, from wearing disguises to planting romantic temptations.
We have sent a maid staying in their house for months to check their daily activities, behavior, the kind of in-house activities they have.
Why not just ask them if something else is going on?
If I ask you whether you fight on a regular basis, how you are, you'll say, I'm very good. Nobody say the truth. Have you ever heard anybody saying the truth? Nobody say. Everybody say, I'm very good. My family is very nice.
So marriage is such an important part of Indian society that you would rather lie and get a good alliance than wait for someone to accept you for who you are.
Yes, absolutely. And you are not sure that someone will accept you the way you are or not.
What do you think that tells us about the culture of love and matrimony in India?
The culture says one life, one marriage. Right? So if it is going to be one marriage, you cannot have a second marriage.
There's a lot of pressure to get it right the first time.
Yes, a lot of pressure. Oh, divorced. So that is a title nobody wants.
But there's a stigma.
That is a stigma. So that is the biggest reason. That is why since old age, ancient time, this kind of investigation is going on in India.
As night falls, the surveillance team locates the target. It's time to find out why the bride's been skipping trips to the shops with her future sister-in-law. But she's alone, and rather than catching her red-handed with a different lover, she's in fact shopping.
So the very thing that the sister has investigated this girl to not be doing, she's actually done it. She's come to the market and she's wedding shopping. So, I mean, what's the whole point of it?
So even though she's came for a shopping today, that doesn't mean that something will not be there. Investigation is a suspense thriller. You don't know what's going to happen next.
So you would say this woman has spent $1,000 to get her brother's prospective bride investigated. Even if you find nothing, it's still a good investment?
Absolutely. You are investing lakhs and crores of rupees in wedding. There's no harm spending $1,000 and just to get a peace of mind that the decision we have taken is the right decision for the future of my brother.
In Mumbai, back at the Taj, Shikhar and Khushi's big day has arrived, and it's stopping traffic. There might not be a horse leading his carriage, but Shikhar's dreams of a royal wedding are finally coming true. And I've been lucky enough to make the guest list along with 300 others. Years of planning has led to this very moment. Khushi's waiting upstairs. elegant and regal. Now it's up to a cast of thousands to make the wedding one to remember. Up in the suites, the makeup artists and photographers work frantically. Down in the ballroom, the decorators, lighting and special effects build the spectacle. Out the back, cooks and caterers move in tight formation, tasting, stirring and plating for hundreds. And on the roof, the musicians and turban artists set the tone. As guests take their seats, Shikhar and his family make their entrance. Now all eyes turn to Khushi. Against the setting sun, they exchange flower garlands, symbolising their commitment to each other. The formal ceremony now begins. Khushi's father places her hand into Shikhar's and asks him to accept her.
भावना होती है आज 25 साल की मेरे साथ बचपन से रही, उसकी छोटी-छोटी हरकतें मुझे याद आएगी.
They circle the sacred fire 7 times, making 7 vows to each other. They're finally married.
अब इमोशनल हो रहा. पहले जमाने में बेटियों को बोझ कहा जाता था, बट बच्चियां बोझ नहीं होती, वो घर की लक्ष्मी होती. अंदर से बच्ची है, मेरी जान है वो.
His duty is now complete. There's relief, but there's also pride. The wedding is a success, grand, loud and unforgettable.
आपने कुछ एक्सपेंस स्पेयर नहीं किया, करोड़ों की शादी आपने कर दिखाई है यहाँ पे. कितना इन्वेस्टमेंट बहुत थी ना.
ये इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं है, ये हिंदुस्तान का कल्चर है. इसमें छोटी से भी लेवल में शादी होती है, बड़े में मान उतना ही होता है.
For Shikhar's father, the money is secondary. What matters more is tradition and keeping it alive.
If somebody is getting married, so the family lineage, the culture, the traditions and all this will continue.
Uncle, some people, might think you've done this beautiful wedding in the Taj, expensive wedding in the Taj. He's trying to show off. What would be your response to them?
It is not show off. The culture and tradition keeps the world alive. After all, I worked for this moment only.
For Khushi and Shikhar, their dream has been realised.
Mr. and Mrs. Mehta.
Oh, finally.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
I literally got goosebumps like 10 times during this day. Like, this has been the most memorable day for us.
I pinched myself 100 times. Is this happening? Is this happening? Is this real?
Now, tomorrow morning, what are you going to wake up? What are you going to be thinking?
About him.
It's all gonna be about us now.
Yeah.
The story begins with us, ends with us.
With a final change of outfits, Khushi and Shikhar take to the stage.
3, 2, 1 and music.